Hello everyone, this is a Steven Universe discussion video on possible Lapis and/or Peridot deaths in the future. Now when I do this video, it doesn't necessarily mean that, oh yeah, it's 100% confirmed, or, there's evidence here, and here that Lapis and Peridot are just, any crystal gem are gonna be shattered or die in the near future or the next season or so or next episodes. No. When it comes to my discussion videos, the point of these are to really not have any evidence or facts or, Twitter posts of, the staff member confirming something. These are just my thoughts at the moment, and I just want to give you my thoughts and, more just Steven Universe content since the show is on hiatus. So, of course, if these things don't happen, so Lapis or Peridot death or them getting shattered, try not to scold me in the comments below or say like, man, you're so stupid, clearly this won't happen, what are you, dumb or whatever? Yeah, of course, this is just a discussion video. It's not even a theory video where I actually have proof that it's gonna happen. I'm just, giving my thoughts and, all the possibility that might happen. You never know. First thing though, the reason why I picked Lapis and Peridot and not like the main crystal gems is because, well, I see no point in them dying. They have, and this might seem a bit, cheap for me to say, but they have too much of a main character immunity for them to actually get rid of or for them to be shattered or anything like that. Yeah, they can be poofed left and right. They've done it many times, but shattered, that might be a little too far. Now, granted, yeah, Steven Universe does like to throw curveballs at us when it comes to plot twists or anything of the sort, but I really don't think that they're actually going to, take the main cast that we've known and loved for almost 3 years now, actually. It's about to be 3 years since Steven Universe aired. I don't think they're just, with the snap of their fingers or just within one episode, they're just going to get rid of the main cast. I really don't see them doing that. But, as again, they like to throw curveballs at us, and if I had to choose a crystal gem that they would probably get rid of, or at least the highest chance of getting shattered, would probably be Garnet. Reason why is because, well, she's the leader, and I just have a feeling that, the Crewniverse has, a rhythm or pattern of, getting rid of the crystal gem leader permanently in some way, and then just having another one step up. Garnet would save Steven from, a homeworld gem invasion that I still think is possibly going to happen. She says, I love you and all that, take care, and then Steven won't immediately be the leader of the crystal gems. Garnet will be shattered or anything like that. Pearl will step up as leader, and then after a few years, maybe when Steven's let's say 18, when he's an actual adult, then he'll take over as leader, when he matures and truly masters his powers. That's how I see it would happen if Garnet were to be removed. But, as again, I don't really see it happening. It's a pretty low chance of the main crystal gems being shattered. But let me actually get into the two characters that are most important in the video. The first one, on why I think who should be shattered at least, would probably be Lapis. Reason why is because you know that the staff in Crewniverse love messing with Lapis so very much. They just love messing with her. They gave her a tragic backstory, we really don't know why the crystal gems just kept her in that mirror when they kind of knew she was in there. I'm not too sure about that, but they just knew that there was a gem powered and she was stuck in there the entire time. Finally gets set free, goes to Homeworld, doesn't like it, gets dragged back to Earth where she hates it, then it was her option, but more or less forced to drag an enemy, or fuse with an enemy and drag them all the way down to the ocean with your own power and keep them there for actual months. She's finally set free and all this, and now she's happy and relaxing, living in a barn and watching a TV show. So, we have this tragic and sad backstory for Lapis. I wouldn't be surprised if the Crewniverse would have Lapis sacrifice herself or give herself up for Steven, like she usually does in one way or another, to save him and or Peridot and this battle I'm just going to keep using the homeworld invasion for just a bit of a reference and make it easier. Homeworld comes, it's probably not enough for Lapis or the gems to defeat, even though Lapis is really powerful. Let's just say there's no water in the area, and that's why. And Lapis just gives herself up, sacrifices herself or something like that, and then they poof her. That's probably the worst. Well, not the worst. That's probably, like, the best that could happen to her when it comes to pain. She would get poofed, and then she would probably, make a new outfit for herself, which it's been a while since she's actually had one. And then, of course, the worst would be them actually shattering her, killing her. So pretty much the too long didn't listen, I guess, is Lapis has a tragic backstory, pretty much all from just a misunderstanding, gets used, is pretty much pissed at everybody except for one boy, and then eventually is happy where she is right now, and then probably within just a month or two later, or episodes, I guess, within their time, she gets poofed or shattered. That's how I could see it happening. And you know that the Crewniverse just loves messing with our hearts and, beating our heads over with the feels bat that Rebecca Sugar has, as if we're Glenn from The Walking Dead. Though, out of the two, Lapis and Peridot, I have a greater feeling that Peridot would be shattered more than Lapis. I feel, even though everything I just said with the tragic backstory and all that stuff, I feel like they would keep her. Mostly because she just hasn't been in many episodes, and they just probably want to keep her for story and all that stuff, and just permanently keep her as a character, and eventually she might be an official Crystal Gem instead of just being a tag-along ally who's just always there to help. With Peridot, on the other hand, we've truly seen her from pretty much everything. We've seen her as a villain, just pretty much doing her job, then eventually she just gets tied up with the Crystal Gems and just gets annoyed with them and is still pretty much trying to do her job, and then gets caught, then is pretty much forced to work with them because it's either that or you die along with them with the cluster about to hatch. Has to work with them, then she grows a bond of love, friendship, and the understanding of family. All those three things, and acceptance, all those four things, and yada yada. You know it. You know the story for Peridot. We've seen her grow from a villain to this dorky character with, the little technology that she has, and she's small now. We've seen her grow, and if the Crewniverse, the staff of Steven Universe, would get rid of her, that would be an upset. I could see it happening, because there was a tweet from Ian Jones-Cordy that the writers in them do think of more sick and twisted things for the show, but they just don't put them in it. I'm not really sure why, but it makes sense. And as again, after everything that we've seen Peridot go through, it wouldn't be surprising that Peridot would sacrifice herself or give herself up. And the way I see it working is Homeworld finally gets to Peridot, they take her, or they'll probably say, like, oh, forget Peridot, get the half-boy fusion over there, with the rose quartz gem. He's more important. They don't want that. Peridot gives herself up, and she says, just like what she said to Yellow Diamond, there are things on this earth worth protecting, or something along the lines of that. Or just like what Steven did in G.I.R.L, the last thing that they thought he was going to say to her is, oh, I love you, Peridot, and then probably within this scenario, Peridot would say, I love you, Steven, and then, she gets poofed, taken back to Homeworld, and then probably gets shattered, or just gets shattered right then and there. That's how I see it happening, and, I don't think it's too far-fetched, because, they just love messing with us. We get a new gem, and then they'll try their best to, like, make us feel sorry for that gem. So, yeah, that's pretty much everything within this discussion video. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Have any questions, comments, or concerns? Any more discussion topics that you want me to talk about in next week's video? They will also be in the comments, or at least you should put them there. If you want to draw any fan art for the channel, it'd be greatly appreciated. The email for it is in the description. Tell me about it before you send me so I have a heads up. And everything else you know to do. Bye.